For almost 10 years now, Donald Trump is responsible for a lot of things, but maybe the most overriding important thing in this breaking story Donald Trump has done is force America, the entire country, to look at itself in the mirror and say, who do we really want to be when we discuss things like American values? Because in this breaking story, one of the oldest cliches is really coming to light based on Trump's most recent actions. And that is, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Because when Donald Trump says things like this...
As you all know, Chicago's a killing field right now. And they don't acknowledge it. And they say, we don't need them, freedom, freedom. I'm a man with great common sense and I'm a smart person.
It is his pattern to say things and use the phrase, a lot of people said, a lot of people did, a lot of people think. No one ever really presses or pushes him on who those people are. Because the truth of the matter is, you have a narrative that he's now using, Illegal Aliens Act, creating National Guard movement without getting the approval of governors. This is what he's doing, forcing America to look at who do we really want to be, especially when the prison system is a for-profit industry, inclusive of other countries paying the U.S. money to send them prisoners as well, which leads to the reality of statements like this by White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller. This.
Just overflowing with gratitude because for the first time in their lives, they can use the parks, they can walk on the streets. You have people who can walk freely at night without having to worry about being robbed or mugged. They're wearing their watches again. They're wearing jewelry again. They're carrying purses again. People had changed their whole lives in this city for fear of being murdered, mugged, and carjacked. It is a literal statement that President Trump has freed 700,000 people in this city who were living under the rule of criminals and thugs.
When the truth about crime is this.
And now he is threatening to deploy the troops to more American cities and states run by Democrats, including Baltimore, despite statistics from the mayor's office showing a 17% drop in violent crime from last year. The president has now fired back at Governor Wes Moore of Maryland, who invited him to Baltimore for a public safety walk. Trump responded by saying Moore needed to clean up the city's, quote, crime disaster before he would go for a walk there.
That's also the truth about crime in Baltimore. But nonetheless, one of the things in this breaking story that clearly what Trump has been doing for nearly 10 years now, and especially the first 8 months of his second term now, is go to show how many people in America, especially in positions of leadership, like the US Marshals Service, are actually white male dictators at heart. Check this story out.
Thank you for putting me in charge of this surge as the director of the United States Marshals Service. It's the oldest law enforcement agency. It was created in 1789. So on behalf of all the federal law enforcement agencies that we're working with and those that have yet to join the team, we thought it was only appropriate to present you with an honorary United States Marshal Service badge. And this badge comes with this little item right here, which is a handcuff key, Mr. President, because you continue through your policies and your efforts with your staff to unhandcuff law enforcement officers all over this nation. And I can tell you personally that they thank you for that.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
You can continue unhandcuffing law enforcement.
That's a very great honor. I'll save that and put it someplace up, which is important. Thank you very much, Gary. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Really nice. Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. Well, we love those people.
Yet another prominent law enforcement entity, and as the guy clearly noted, the oldest entity in America, the US Marshals, honoring Trump for federalizing the National Guard, putting the military on domestic streets. Really? If you have all the money to play golf and all this money to redesign the Rose Garden and all this money, and you want to federalize something, then why are you not just putting federal dollars and giving it to the governors of state to increase their police departments? Why do you feel the need to use the National Guard and any branch of The military, why? Fear, control, dictatorship, fascism. That's why. Because you could put all those dollars, you could just do it like a free gift, kind of like you're giving Qatar for the plane they gave you for free and the $1 billion you're going to spend renovating it. You could give every governor in every state the money to actually increase their police force statewide. Oh, no. You're doing this because you are a wannabe dictator, and all America is showing us is there's a whole bunch of Donald Trumps all over this country in key high positions. Don't let that be lost on you. Stay frosty.